Well, here's a little film to explain how I made my short, Nosy Bear. The piece started off last summer in Brooklyn, as I was having a lot of fun sitting outside and filling up some sketchbooks. I wanted to make a new animation, but the weather was nice and I didn't want to sit in front of a computer all day, so I thought I'd try to make a film entirely in my sketchbook. I started off sketching out some basic boards, which I used to figure out what backgrounds and characters I need in each shot. I like drawing small, and I figured that since I had a scanner that could do 2400 dpi, as long as my drawings were more than 1 inch wide, I could scan them in and wind up with an HD image. To keep the style from my storyboards, the final drawings would be about the same size as my original boards. I started off with a little field guide cut into a bitted chipboard and used it to trace about 16 rectangles onto each page. For the larger bits of animation, I used the rectangles to define the size of each frame, but for the smaller bits, I just drew them in little rows. I found that it was easier to figure out left to right movement if my drawings were stacked top to bottom, and easier to figure out the top to bottom movement if my drawings were arranged left to right. This led to some pages being arranged a bit strangely. I drew the whole thing with a nib pen and ink, with no preliminary pencil drawings, which made the whole thing consistently scratchy. The film took up about 15 pages in my sketchbook. After scanning the drawings, I used Photoshop to clean up the frames, and then After Effects to arrange and composite everything. The music was made by me and Stephen Nistor, who engineered the recording and played drums. The sound of the bear walking on leaves is just walking on a piece of old tarp, and the sound of the bear chewing on the barrel of the gun is just chewing on a bottle opener. I had a great time working on this film, and I hope some of you will try to make your own sketchbook films soon.